I'm lucky enough today to be here with a longtime family friend of ours and find out what he's been up to lately and what his plans for the future are. So what would state your name, sir?
My name is Adam Johnson.
And where are you from originally? You were born and raised here?
Born and raised in Naples, Florida.
And what are you currently doing now?
Currently right now, I'm a Lake Erie College football student where I am a student athlete. I'm a redshirt freshman football player at Lake Erie College. And
you got some kind of award this year that you were pretty proud of?
Yeah.
You want to tell me about that?
I got the award for the kid that comes to practice every day and work hard and do what I'm supposed to be doing on and off the field. No matter what, no talking back, doing what I'm supposed to be doing. First freshman to ever get that award, and it was just an award that was a great accomplishment to me, and I truly felt proud about that.
And what kind of grade point average did you maintain?
I ended with a 3.55 GPA and ended on the dean's list in my first year in college.
So we've known you for a long time, Adam. You've always been involved with sports, and you've always managed travel teams and helped your brother, and it seems like you're always giving back to mentoring kids. What was it like when you were a young kid?
Well, I mean, as a young kid growing up, it was really hard. A single mom, single parent type deal. Sometimes wondering, the next meal at times, wondering how is things going to get done, how are things going to work out for the family, being the fact that I had a huge family. Being a young kid at the age that I was, I started off playing little league football every day, working hard, not knowing, where I was going to be led to. I just didn't truly understand. And kind of going through the years, when I finally got into third grade, we had a lot of problems going on. And it was, the lights, food, and just surviving, as a struggling single mom and family. As years went on, I went to middle school, and then my fifth grade year, I ended up getting, taken away, from family, from my biological mother. But it ended up becoming a great experience, something, like that I truly felt that was kind of needed, because it put me in a better environment to do better things and create who I was as a man today. I met this family when I was in the second grade, which is, the Nabs family, Natasha and Ian Nabs. They were great people in my life, throughout middle school, me and my brother Bernard, we went to school together, we did everything together. It was rough at times, being away from your biological mother, but as going through everything that I went through, I learned that to overcome my struggle, that I must first do what I had to do in the environment that I was in before I can change who I was outside of that environment. And going through middle school, I had struggles, I had trouble, I had problems, fights here and there, arguments here and there. But then I realized that enough was enough, and being mentored in, by my adopted mother, who I consider as a mother of mine as well, who I love her to death, just as well as I love my biological mother. They are both strongly a part of my life and will continue to be a part of my life, always and forever throughout my life. My freshman year in high school that I started, I played football. And in the summer as workouts, I'm working hard every day, doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And I came to a breaking point with football and didn't know where I was going to lead to. I ended up getting kicked out of school midway through my freshman year because my mind wasn't right. I wasn't focused. I didn't feel like I was trying to be myself. I was trying to be something that I was not, And as I learned, I got kicked out of school, I met and understood a person very well. His name was Fritz. He just helped me out a lot, and he mentored me. He walked me through a great a great deal of life. He told me a lot that I began to understand, and I got back to lately, and he mentored me throughout the rest of my high school career, and I actually ended up making the JV basketball team. And making the JV basketball team was a big deal for me because we have guys, for example, like the guy that is interviewing me right now, Randy Jackson, and his wife Stormy, and a couple of the other parents, Zach Gober's mom, Shannon Gober. There's a lot of people that really truly touched my heart as far as people. Like the love that I felt was a warm, loving feeling. It wasn't just a basketball team that I was a part of. It was about a family. Like I formed a family and an attachment that it didn't matter about color. It didn't matter about who you were and what you did. It mattered about the fact that being loved showed who you truly are as a person. And just continuing on, after my when I got back, making the JV basketball team, playing football, on a varsity team as a sophomore, still going through, a little problems, with focusing and doing the right thing. So, I began to understand that it wasn't about me any longer. Like, my life could not be wrapped around what I wanted to do and about what I thought was good for me to do. I had a little brother named Joshua, and I had to set an example for him. So from that point on, my sophomore year, I knew that it was done, all the games were done, and I needed to stop. So anytime that I needed help, and anytime that I needed to do what I needed to do, I went to someone and asked them, was it the right thing to do? So my junior year came to my junior year, I was playing football, playing basketball, and doing what I needed to do, doing the right things, going to class, and I ended up focusing. I was getting contacted by schools, colleges for football. Senior year, I made an impact throughout my school. I was there involved in other things and other people around the neighborhood, and doing what I felt I needed to do for my community, because that is the most thing that I care about. And I ended up committing, to Jacksonville University, which is in Jacksonville, Florida, which I felt like it was a good move for me. But further on, God showed me that move wasn't what I needed. He showed me that the move that I truly needed was at Lake Erie College, and I'm happy at where I am now today. At this point.
I know you mentioned Coach Fritz was a positive influence for you. Was there other people that you knew throughout your life, coaches or administrators, that had a real positive effect on you?
Definitely. Back in elementary school, there was this. I had a principal named Miss Crawford. She was always on me, but I just never understood why she was always on me, and like she just really, truly made sure that I was on my job and made sure that I was doing what I had to do, because she believed in me somehow. And I had a lot of church members at Unity Faith Missionary Baptist Church that they would always wonder about me, and they always ask questions and always loved and cared for me. And I just want to say thank you to all the Unity Faith church members. There's a lot of names that I can say. There's a lot of names. I'd like to say every single one of those names at this time, but it's just hard right now. But I just want to thank all you members at Unity Faith Missionary Baptist Church, family, friends, Ralph Phil-Samey, the Phil-Samey family, the Carter family, and every other family out there that has helped me. And throughout life, also my elementary school childhood friend Tyler Douglas, and the Douglas family has helped me out a lot. The Jackson family has helped me out a lot. The Gober family has helped me out a lot. The Boss, everybody that I grew up with, their family has been a great deal in my life to show me that where I'm headed is a great path in life right now.
So you'll be going back to school pretty soon, and be working hard for the football team. And what else are you going to be doing while you're up there? I know you've got some other things going on that you're planning for the future. So tell us a little bit about that.
Actually, right now, as you know, I go to Lake Erie College, and right now I'm focused on playing football first. Like as far as besides being in school, the number one thing that I just want to say is that building my relationship with God was my number one priority, and the fact that I have a relationship with Him is why I do everything else, which leads to why I go to school where I go to school at, and being at the school that I am, it's motivated me more. And playing football for who I play for, and the coaches, and just the environment that I'm in at Lake Erie College. One thing that I'm looking forward to as far as the future is what I want to start is a Collier County Change Foundation. Me, as well as Kendall Duckworth and a couple other teammates of mine, old teammates of mine that we'd like to bring together a Collier County Foundation here so that we can help change lives. It's not about who you are, but it's what you want to do in your life. It's who's around you. Like, it doesn't matter what environment you are in or what environment you came from. Anybody can be successful. It's all about if you're willing to make that change, if your heart feels that change.
So, are you guys going to be mentoring young people, or what kind of activities are you going to have for these young people that you're going to be mentoring?
Pretty much, the only thing that we would like to do for these kids is just create an environment where they can come to if they need somebody to talk to, a mentoring program to where we can talk to them and help them on anything that they want to do as it comes for school first, athletics, and whatever they need help with, we will be there to guide them and protect them as brothers, sisters, as just mentors in that program. I want to just start a sports travel team to travel around, a 7-on-7 that travels around volleyball, basketball, all sports that can just travel around the state of Florida and everywhere else, that we can give these kids a push, an extra motivation. And if they're just students, help them as far as ACT prep, and help them as far as getting around to these different universities so that they know, being young, that they can achieve their goals.
Is that something you're going to try to incorporate with the Golden Gate Community Center? Or?
I mean, I grew up going to the Golden Gate Community Center. I've been to the Bay Shore Community Center before, the North Collier before, and I played at all these different, played at all these different, the YMCA. I played at all these different organizations that they've had. And what I want to do is I want to try to build something that partners with these community centers that allow an outlet for these kids to just go and go through our foundation to go through these places. If kids don't have rides to practice, hopefully I can have vans donated that I may provide these rides to these kids, because although even if you have both parents, single parents, parents that are wealthy, parents that are not, it's not about that. It's about your kid and your child feeling that love, that environment that your kid is feeling like they are able to become who they want to become because they want to become that person. And that's just all to it. And incorporating that with as many people as I can is what I would try to do, because that is the best thing for me to try to do.
Great. Got any closing remarks or anything you'd like to add for the people out there, and let them know what you're doing?
The closing remarks is just, if you would like to support or get on board with what I'm doing here in Collier County, the Change Foundation, if you'd like to get on board, you can contact me anyway. Currently, right now, I am a sophomore in college, but I hope to have this kicked off and ready on the ball by the time that I am done with college and started right away, because all this that I'm doing is not for me. Again, I thank the Jackson family for allowing this interview to take place, and for helping kids that they can help, because they're always there. They are there to help you. And I also want to thank Laces of Love, the Laces of Love Foundation, a nonprofit organization. Don Nealon and his wife, they have been a great deed throughout my whole life. They have helped me throughout my whole life, and anything that I'm going through, they're always contacting me, making sure that I am okay, making sure that what I'm doing is positive, and they're on top of me, and they just provide me with words of wisdom, courage, for me to be prideful of myself, and just encourage me. And the last thing I'd like to tell everyone is that you are not going to be someone if you're trying to be someone else. Because the moment that you try to be someone else, that takes time from being who you truly are. And if you feel the need to try to be someone else, when do you feel it's time to be yourself? Be yourself first, and then see where that leads you. Be positive at all times, and never think that you can't do something, because at the moment that you think you can't, your mind will believe that it can't. So believe in the positive. When it gets wrong and down and tough for you, continue to believe, and that crack and that fight will come. Just remember that. I'll be here for you. You be here for yourself. Thank you.